or people who were born at that point in time never had their own computers until they started working. It's only when you started working you got. And bandwidth was also an issue. Everyone remembers that 10 song when tune when you connected to internet. But what happened after this, after say 2000 and 2002, 2003, mobile internet was everywhere and mobile phones were everywhere. That gave people access to internet. That made internet accessible to Indians. First of all, mobile was not as expensive uh, as a desktop. Secondly, you could get it in all price ranges. Secondly, mobile is a personal device. While desktop still is used by, say, a family, there are not many families in India that have individual laptops for every member. But mobile is a unique device in that sense because it is mapped to a person. It's mapped to a person and their habits. So that presents a very unique opportunity for marketers to reach out to your audience because it's like one-to-one mapping. And okay, by the way, what are the how many ways? So let me try to simplify your question. Like, how many ways does a person interact with mobile? When I say interact, what are the actions one can do? Actions is number one. A is so let me kind of give you the options. Say one is discovery. Discovery is typically when you are browsing. So internet is all about links, so you keep discovering things. So what are the other ways do you think people interact with internet? And I'm not talking about one particular channel, I'm not talking about videos, but if at a meta level we look at what are the 2, 3, 4 ways people can interact. Just feel free to type your answers. Knowledge, okay, display, reach, audio, shop, play, game, communicate, search. Yeah, good. So if you look at it, there are only 3 ways. First is discover, which is browsing. You kind of keep browsing and you go there. I mean, through somewhere you go to a website or you go to some place and then you read about it. So that's browsing, discovery. Then there is search. Search is where you share your intent based on a keyword. Now, the difference between browse or discovery and search is, if you look at, say, Facebook has a search feature, but people don't use that. Facebook's algorithm is tuned to give you content that Facebook thinks you may like. So it's all discovery. You browse, you discover things over there. What are your friends doing? What is someone else doing? What is happening in the world? It's all discovery. Google, on the other hand, is all about search. It could be visual search. Recently, there is visual search, audio search, or text-based search. So that is the search ecosystem. And the third is chat. Chat is WhatsApp, say, or Messenger or something. So where you kind of ask a question, get a reply, give a suggestion. So it's all chat-based. So if you guys know of any fourth way, it would be interesting to know if there is a fourth way to interact with your phone and the internet. So primarily there are only 3, and there are various. There are various experiences built on these 3 interactions. So yeah, so what we will do is in this session we will so transact is a transaction. Like, finally you go to WhatsApp, you do something, you buy something. I'm not talking about transaction. I'm not talking. You can transact in a visual mode, in a discovery mode, in a search mode, or in a chat mode. So that's possible in all the 3 modes. But the way a person interacts with the phone are only three. So, so what we are going to do in this 1 hour is look at one low-hanging fruit of each kind that you can use for your business today. And you don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to be an engineer. You just need to have a marketing mindset to use that. And why we are taking one example, because then if you know one example of a kind, you can apply the same to any other channel. So what are we looking at today? So first we will look at search, but map-based search. So we are looking at map-based search today. Number two, we will be looking at social discovery on Facebook. And number three, we will be looking at WhatsApp. But Facebook, will look at Facebook, how you can use for your small business or the business that you own. WhatsApp, we will not look at your personal WhatsApp, we will look at WhatsApp for business. So map-based search, Facebook discovery, and WhatsApp for business. So these are the three things that we will be looking at today. Okay, so now the next question. Do you guys, not as businesses but as individuals, use Google Maps for discovery to find out things? Yeah. Okay, great. So Google Maps, in a sense, you would say that Google Maps is a device which helps you navigate from point A to point B. But there's much more to Google Maps. And even if you don't use Google Maps, Google is prompting results from Google Maps. I'll give you an example. These days, most cities are locked down. And if you are searching for, say, pharmacy near me, or if you are searching for pharmacy for a certain medicine or something, chances are that the first result will be from Google Maps, because it will show you 1 kilometer from here, this pharmacy is open. Correct? Have you experienced this? Like if you search for something like pharmacy, or if you search for, say, dance classes, if you search for hobby classes, results are from around me. So that's a very popular search experience these days. Why? Because for these kinds of services, if you have a power failure at home and you are looking for an electrician, you would want someone within 1 kilometer. You don't want someone coming from 10 kilometers, because that guy is going to take an hour or so just to reach you. So these results are shown from around you. So that's the search experience on Google Maps. Now, so that being said, let me share my screen with you for a moment. Okay, so if you can see my screen, and okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yes, Bhaskar. Yeah.
Yes. So tell me, is this a website? You can just type yes or no or whatever. Does this look like a website? So people who think it doesn't look like a website or a web page, what do you think it is? E-commerce web page, okay. Okay, Google Business, correct. So this is a Google Business page. Now, so if you think, say, someone is selling cashews, and cashiers around me or whatever, and they don't want to build an entire e-commerce experience, because e-commerce, your customers don't want e-commerce. So this is a page that is built on Google My Business. So Google My Business is basically the engine that powers business results on Google Maps. So, and this is free. So everyone can have a website like this, and this will make you visible on Google Maps. Otherwise, also you are visible on Google Maps, but like this is almost like a website. You can put your products over here. You can put your offers over here. You can link to payment gateways from here, and your business is there. I'll share one more example. This is a tuition class, and they went online, and now they have built this entire. This is entirely on Google My Business platform. So the point being, when you have this this Google My Business engine helps you build a nice web experience without investing a lot on building your own website, and it makes you visible on Google Maps. Correct. So that's it. And so how many of you guys have a Google My Business page? Okay. Okay. Great. So I think 30-40% people have. So it's a great free free visibility platform for your business, which you can easily create, and then your customers will be able to discover you when they are doing searches on Google. So what happens is, on a phone, especially Android phone, your search may start on the Android browser or the Android search bar, but the results are filtered from Google. And when Google sees that, hey, this result is about some business, local business, then it will be powered by Google Maps, and where Google My Business comes in. So it's a great tool for you guys to have over there. And now the question would be, what kind of businesses can have that? So every business, whether it is product or service or a catalog, whether you are in food, we are in fashion, you are in tuitions or online classes, hobby classes, each business can have this, have a Google My Business page. So what we will do is, again, for those who don't have a Google My Business page, I'll just share how that experience looks. Right now I'm on a desktop, but it's a similar experience that you will get on a mobile. So if you go to, say, Google Maps, and I so that website was your view. Now, if you search for, say, pharmacy, or say tuition, yeah. So these results, what you see over here, this can be much more enhanced. I am not sure if these guys have built their Google My Business page or not. Yeah. So here you can put, this is what you see. This is how users would see. Your users or your customers would see your Google presence. You have reviews, you have everything over here, and so forth. So that's the tool number one. Okay, so that's Google My Business. The second thing that the second tool, free tool, that we would talk about is Facebook. Facebook, and especially Facebook for your business. So how many people have a Facebook page for their businesses in this group? Do you have a Facebook page? Yeah. Okay. 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 So I think quite a few people have uh, a Facebook page. Okay. Great. So it seems quite a few people have. So I'll just briefly tell for others who don't have a Facebook page. Facebook page, essentially, Facebook has the basic entity. Your basic uh, is called a Facebook profile, where you create your own profile. You have your friends. That is for your personal. That is for you as a person. And typically, what people do is people share about themselves. Okay, I did this. I baked the cake. I went to this place. You add photographs and so on and so forth. Similarly, the other thing that people do is they look into what their friends are doing. And what I have seen is mostly people use Facebook to look into what their friends are doing. That's the primary objective, because rather than search something or share about themselves. So basically, that's Facebook. But Facebook has something called a page, which is linked to your profile, and then you can use that. You can use that to for your business. Now, the difference is you can do it even on your page, but then what happens is on your page, you are also interacting with your friends, family. And if you start also talking about, if you start also talking about your, your business, then things get mixed up. You don't want to talk about your business to your family and about your family or your child's education to people who you are connected with for business purposes. So, which is where this Facebook page comes in. You create a page for your business. Now, page can have many properties. You define what is the page about, what do you do. You can put your promotions. You can run ads. You can promote those ads, promote your posts, and so on and so forth. So that's a page, and we create that page, and then we can keep it updated for various things. Keep adding whatever we are doing, offers, and so on and so forth. So that's Facebook page. So, however, we won't stop over there. So, do you know that you can set up a shop on your Facebook page? Okay. So yeah. So once you have a Facebook page, you can you there are many enhancement features. You can have an enhanced experience. Now, enhanced experience means that there are businesses are of two kinds. Say you could be a service provider or you could have a product. When you are a service provider, you would have a catalog. Say I do this, or if you are a if you are a product, or if you sell products, then you have products where you need to put gallery. So both these are possible on Facebook page. So I'll share an example with you. So this person, this person sells leather goods, and so what they have done is they have set up a shop on Facebook. Now what happens is this is again free. You can set up a Facebook shop, and you can have your products displayed over here. And the best part is if someone comes here, so e-commerce is not currently enabled in India on this page, but it will soon be. But you can have this is completely like any e-commerce store where you can add multiple photos, displays, description of the product, and the moment and if someone comes over here and they want to interact with you, they can just send you a message, and this can also be linked to your WhatsApp. So with the page, you can have products displayed with all the features that you see on a typical e-commerce website. So this is called a Facebook shop. And what as if I come here as a visitor, I'll see this product. If I like this product and I want to talk to the seller, I can just start a message from here. So what you can do with Facebook page is a lot more than just a page and display. So that's the second thing that I wanted to talk about. The third thing is WhatsApp for business. The third thing is WhatsApp for business. Now, WhatsApp for business, what it does is, WhatsApp, everyone knows. I don't need to explain. So let me ask a question. Is there anyone in this group who does not have WhatsApp on their phone? Okay, so, yeah. So there is no one that does not have a WhatsApp. So I don't need to explain what WhatsApp is. But WhatsApp for business is another powerful tool. So if you want to separate your personal WhatsApp from a business WhatsApp, it's again free. You download WhatsApp for business. You do the installation, and what it allows is it allows you to set up a gallery. Catalog on WhatsApp for business, it's called catalog. It allows you to set up a catalog of your products, just like you saw on Facebook. So imagine what happens today is, hey, I'm running a business, and someone says, can you share photographs of the shirts that you are selling? And then you start sharing the photos over there. Now, instead of that, you can create a catalog, and the person can just go to the catalog and see everything over there. So now, why did I? So that's WhatsApp for business, and again, it has many more features. You can be a verified account and so on and so forth. So why did I share these three things? Number one, these three things kind of are the leaders in the three kinds of interactions users have with their phone, which is search, discover, and chat. Now, with all these three, you can put this together and you can have, and these three are all free and very easy to use, very easy to manage. And yeah, so that's why I kind of shared these three. And yeah, now we can take questions or whatever. Like, let's take questions now.
Yeah, Bhaskar. So, Bhaskar, we had received some questions initially as a part of the registrations.
Yeah.
However, I can see, since we are talking about WhatsApp, Facebook, and Google Business, before we move on to those questions, let's take some specific questions for these from the chat box. So this question is from Namrata. Namrata, I request you to come on video if possible. Bhaskar, can you explain how we can advertise on Facebook, especially to target the rural sector?
Sure, Namrata. So Facebook, targeting on Facebook is based on, unlike Google, which is based on search. On Facebook, it is based on something called, which is creating audiences. Now, audiences means you have their demographic, you have their likes, dislikes, you know what they do. So if you are targeting rural audience, so rural audience again is a huge chunk. In that, I would suggest that you further segment it. Now, rural earning above certain thing, or I don't know your exact product, but you can go and create an audience where you target specific cities or talukas or villages, and then in that add further demographic, like say only women between say 25 and 30, or men between 45 and 50, or who who like certain things, who do certain things, whose designations are certain, or who, and so on and so forth. So, Namrata, does that answer your question? Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah. Yes, we'll proceed. So a similar question from Sonia Manglani for the Insta page, Bhaskar. Any points you'd like to share for an Instagram business account?
Yeah. So Instagram, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook, they are the same company now. It's all Facebook as a business organization. But Instagram is very different in terms of demographic. While people above 35 would be mostly on Facebook, people in their 20s and early 30s will be on Instagram. So that's the biggest difference. And Instagram is much more video oriented. Instagram has these, now it even has short stories, 15-second videos. So Instagram is, so that's the basic difference. And secondly, Instagram works a lot on hashtags. Like primarily people discover new content on Instagram through hashtags. So if you take care of these two things, the demographic, the content should be primarily video or GIFs and things similar to that, and use the proper hashtags. Instagram is a great platform.
Thanks, Bhaskar. The next question is from Mamta Jain. Can WhatsApp Business run along with normal version? Is it completely free?
Yes, WhatsApp Business can run along with the same version, but not on the same phone number. You have to have a different phone number. There is an option for you to convert your current WhatsApp number to WhatsApp for Business number, but I would not suggest that, because WhatsApp for Business is primarily for business. So have a separate number for that.
Okay. Okay, yeah. A follow-up question on WhatsApp itself, Bhaskar. Do they require chatbot for WhatsApp Business? And if they switch from normal to WhatsApp Business, will it have the data of their old WhatsApp groups? But yeah, I mean, if it's two different numbers, maybe you can just these are the follow-up that we have received.
Sure. So no, you don't require bots. Bots that you see, like companies like Make My Trip and using, that is through API. You don't have access to that. As a if you download the free version, you get access to that. But and secondly, even if WhatsApp allows you to convert your own number to WhatsApp for Business, I would say it's not a good practice. It's not the best practice. Because then say tomorrow for your business you are going on a vacation and you want to give it to someone, like one of your team members, to manage WhatsApp for Business. So if you have it on the same number, it will become very difficult for you. So rather have two different numbers.
Yeah. Thanks, Bhaskar. I hope that answers the question, Madhavi and Mamta. The next question is from Aditi Bhan. Sometime months back, Facebook had changed its algorithm, and since then, the organic post reaches less, sometimes even less than 10%. So does it make sense to advertise on Facebook? What can one do to promote the organic reach on Facebook?
Yeah, so you're right. Organic reach is not even 10%. It's in lower single digit, 2, 3, 4% kinds. So Facebook primarily has become a paid channel. And what can you do? So if you want to do organic, organic happens when you create good content. By good content, what I mean is relevant content, relevant to your audience. If I feel like going back to your page every day and because you put something that is either funny or relevant or whatever. So then you will get organic reach because people are coming to your page. Or then people, Facebook starts showing your results slightly more than the other results to your followers. Now to advertise, there are two ways. Number one, you promote your posts that you make, and in that it helps if you create a very targeted segment, or you promote it to a targeted segment, not to everyone. What I have seen is people just promote and say, promote it to friends, my friends and their followers. Now, your friends and their followers may not be your customers, may not be using your product or service. So, create a very targeted audience depending on your product and who would be the buyer.
Thanks, Bhaskar. So the next questions, I think Bhaskar has answered the question, but Bhaskar, if you want to add anything, because there are follow-up questions of a similar question, how to get followers, how to get more followers for a new account. Maybe this is something you want to address for a new account, how to get more followers for a new business account.
Yeah. So, see, followers for a new business account, there are two ways. First is the organic way, where you which is slow, which depends on creating very, very niche and targeted content. So
Yes.
that is one way to do it. The other way is the paid way, where you get people to like your page, but that really does not make sense these days. That's just a vanity number in my opinion, that so many people like this page, because the real question is, if so many people like your page, how many people interact with your post? Interaction is liking, sharing, and things like that. So that is what you should focus on. Don't go uh, after the vanity number, which is people that like my post, people that like my page, but go for how engaged is your audience on your page.
Yes, yes. Thanks, Bhaskar. The next questions are on the same line around how to really increase likes and subscribers. Is it only through the paid model? How to get organic traffic to the Facebook and Instagram page?
So,
Do you want to add any more?
yeah, so organic traffic, cross promotion helps a lot. So what that means is, say you're starting a new Facebook page, but you have your social channel somewhere, maybe on WhatsApp. You are very popular, or you have so many friends. So try to push people. So, for example, say you are a photographer and you do some kind of photography, and then people ask, hey, can you share your portfolio? So instead of sharing your portfolio on WhatsApp, try to give them a link to Facebook. So, so what would happen is, automatically people will go there. So it's all about diverting traffic to the right channel, instead of just answering over there. Say, for example, it's not Facebook. You want to popularize your Instagram account, and Instagram. When I say Instagram, when it means that you have some kind of visual product, like you have something to exhibit, maybe fashion or whatever. So when and you have so many requests coming on, say, WhatsApp. So go and write over there, hey, if you want to look at my portfolio, visit my Instagram account, give them the link. So that is how you can organically grow. Number two, if you know people who are influencers, if you know, when I say influencers, I'm not talking about the Bollywood stars. What I'm talking about is micro influencers. So say, for example, you have, say, 100 followers on Facebook. Someone who has a 5,000 follower, or could be a micro influencer in your case, then you just figure out ways how can get that person to talk about you. The other way is participating in Facebook groups, but not being salesy. By salesy, what I mean is you just go and keep talking about buy from me, buy from me, buy from me kind of post. That doesn't work. What would work is if you really contribute to the group. If you really go to the group and answer some questions. If I know about something, just answer. Be a genuine group member, answer, and then you will get opportunities to pitch in your product. So essentially, it should be 80 to 90% contribution to the group and 10 to 20% promotion of your product or service. So these are few organic ways to grow your Facebook or followers on any channel. And be
Sure.
consistent. Third thing is and the last thing would be consistent. Because what happens is you do something today and then don't do anything for a week. That doesn't work. You have to be consistent in doing this.
Thanks, Bhaskar. Yeah. So how to Namrata again, whose question you had answered in the beginning?
Yeah.
She had specific. She wants some more details on how can she target the rural sector through Facebook advertisement. Do you want to add anything to that specifically about the rural sector?
Yes. So in Namrata, can you say what do you can feel free to unmute yourself
Yes,
and
Namrata, you can come on video also, please.
and just
Yeah,
let me know
sure.
what you,
Hi.
yeah.
Can you see me? Hi. Hi, Bhaskar.
Yes.
Yes.
So what I want to do is, I am planning to do a series of motivational programs, okay? And I also feel that there are many women in the, like say small towns, I would say, more than rural sector, who I want to target and try and see how I can enroll them into my programs. So, what do I do on Facebook, or how do I reach out to? Because these are places I don't know at all. But I do know that today there is a lot of women out there who would be my target audience. So, what do I do to really reach out to them?
Correct. So so with rural and women, there's one challenge
Yes.
I see. Two primarily
Yes.
challenges. Number one,
Yes.
they may not have a device of their own. Like they may not be owning a smartphone per se, because they don't need it. But if your audience, so now let's assume that your audience has a smartphone, because if they don't have a smartphone,
Correct.
there's no way to reach
Yeah.
them.
Then they're not my audience at all. Yeah.
Exactly. Now let's assume that they have a smartphone. Now
Correct.
then we would say that okay, they have a smartphone and they have internet. So what happens is you can if it is about content, for say motivational content or that you are going to create, there is
Correct.
something called
Correct.
audiences in Facebook. So audiences means you can
Okay.
define the city or the village or the taluka
Correct.
uh, where you want this to be shown, where you want to target. So
No, I think city is good enough.
select the
Go to
geography.
it. Yes. Correct.
Yeah. So select the geography, then select women of a certain age. So you can select that. So these three are basic parameters. Then you can say, since since this is
Okay.
about motivation, then do some lateral thinking. If they are not seeing your video now, what are they seeing for motivation today? What would they be seeing today? Then you put that
Okay.
women who like, say for example, I'm not very conversant, but there will be someone. So so for urban India, I would have say people who watch TEDx. Correct. So, but for rural, there will
Correct.
be something like, so people who watch, say, a certain program on a Hindi channel or whatever, or the vernacular channel. So then that
Correct.
becomes, because that's a motivation. That's how you
Correct.
target. That's how you create your very specific audience, and then say that. So then
Okay.
show your content to them.
Correct.
So does that answer your question?
And I think I should try small and then see how. I said, I think, yes, of course, thank you very much. And I think I should start small and see the responses I get.
Exactly. Yeah, start small and experiment with audiences. Audiences is the way to go. And don't show it to everyone, because when you show it to everyone, you first of all, you're not targeting it right, and you spend your money for the wrong reason. So because if I'm interested in motivation, like if
Got
I'm
that.
interested in PUBG and you show me some motivational content, it doesn't work, but if
Correct.
say if I'm otherwise, just to give you an example, if I'm listening to Sister Shivani or someone, and then you show me motivational content, it makes more
Yeah.
sense. So something like that, you have to make those associations.
Got that. Thank you, Bhaskar. Thanks so very much.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions?
Sorry. The next question is from Hina Mehta. She wants to know if between all the platforms that you have said, which one would be more geared for an education business?
So yeah, so education, again, in education, I would want to know what age group. Is it K-12 or higher education or what? College student. Now, see, so college, why I ask that? Because for K-12, mostly parents are the ones that decide. So you have to target parents. But for college students, these guys would be deciding for themselves. So whatever is your content. So I would say for college students, of these, and I believe that it's an online delivery model. Yeah. So then the best one would be Instagram.
Okay.
Best one would be Instagram.
What about LinkedIn for business promotion? This is a follow-up question from her only. What about LinkedIn? And we have similar questions. Yeah. What do you say about LinkedIn for business?
So LinkedIn for business is good. Depends on, but if your business is B2B and to organized corporates. So B2B organized corporates, if you are say doing something for people who are working for corporates, then LinkedIn for business is good. However,
Okay.
it is at least 4 times as expensive as
Yes.
compared to any other channels. At least, like, and we can get into the specifics, but yeah, that's it.
Yes. Thanks, Bhaskar. The next question is how to increase the visibility of a website.
Yeah. So for your website visibility, there are 3 ways to do it today. First is organic, which is called search engine optimization, SEO. So what that means is you do technical SEO. So the architecture of the website should be correct. Then you keep publishing content regularly, which means you keep, say, adding blogs, infographic, and things like that.
Yeah.
That's the organic side. Then there is paid promotion, which is like you run Google ads or you run anywhere. You can run. There are so many platforms to run ads. So that is the paid part. And third is the social mention. So essentially, how many times people mention you. So social mentions is because Google also indexes, say, Facebook pages. Google also indexes tweets. So the more social mention your website gets, the better, more visible it will be, and you'll have more traffic.
Okay. Thanks, Bhaskar. The next question is, suppose with the budget, which one would you suggest as the best marketing among all the platforms with a low, for a company with a low budget initially?
Again, it would depend on the audience.
Yeah.
So if you can specify your business, the suggestions can be much more targeted.
This is from Thinkbox Library Company. If the person is here, I would request to please tell us what your business is.
Children's library. So is it a physical library?
Yeah, so I run a children's library which is specific to the area.
Okay. Okay. So it's a geo. So people 1 kilometer around you would be kind of accessing it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So the cheapest or the most, when I say cheapest, it also means the most effective, because
Correct.
you should just spend money because if it's cheap, would be Google My Business. Once
Okay.
you create your Google My Business, so you create a Google My Business page, and I had shared a few examples, and then you start. So for a library, children's library, what would you do? The activity would be something like book reading, or to get more people to look at you. So you can start those events
Okay.
and share it on Google My Business. So say,
Mhm.
and then if parents are searching for, say, library around me, or book reading, or hobby classes,
Mhm.
uh,
Okay.
and things like that, they will discover you. So that will be one. And
Okay.
second would be start a Facebook page where
Okay.
you where you kind of address parents, like
Okay.
inculcate good reading habits in your children, or whatever habit in your children,
Mhm.
or get your did you know reading and things like that. So and
Okay.
share your book reading sessions over there. So these,
Okay.
and these
Sure.
won't be very expensive. These will be very, yeah.
Okay. Thank
Sure.
you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bhaskar, let's take the last two questions, and we do have a
Yeah.
few questions, but I would like to let everyone know that for all your very targeted questions, we are going to have a workshop with Bhaskar, and that would be the right place to address all those, Bhaskar. And we would obviously talk about the workshop after this. So, Bhaskar, the next question is from Jyoti. Her question is, how can one generate leads through digital marketing?
So, Jyoti, I suppose when you say leads, it's a B2B business. That is when you want to generate leads, correct? Am I correct in that assumption? You want to sell it to businesses. So leads. So there are some very interesting ways to generate leads. First is Facebook has an ad format which is called Facebook leads ads. So if your audience is on Facebook, then you can run Facebook leads ads where you can which is much cheaper than the other Facebook ads, and it is in the Facebook ecosystem. People can fill in their details. Then you can either pick up the phone or email them, and so on and so forth.
नहीं
That's
बट
one number.
आई नहीं मेरा फेसबुक पेज तो बना हुआ है. आई एम फ्रॉम कैटरिंग बिजनेस और मेरे सब कुछ डिजिटल मार्केटिंग पर बार बार गलती किया है. जो भी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग मैंने कंपनी हायर किया है ना, बट दे आर नॉट डन प्रॉपर वे इज वर्क. तो मुझे क्या उनमें देखना चाहिए, कौन से क्वेश्चंस उनको पूछने चाहिए कि वो मेरे कंपनी का अच्छा काम करके दें, और फेसबुक पेज पे कितने रुपए का पहले मुझे टारगेट करना चाहिए कि इतना इतना अमाउंट मुझे अपने डिजिटल मार्केटिंग पे खर्च करना चाहिए.
हाँ, देखिए, मैं ना इसका आपको स्पेसिफिक आंसर तब दे सकूंगा कि मैं समझूं आपका कहाँ पे केटरिंग है, क्या फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ ऑर्डर है. अगर एक स्पेसिफिक आंसर चाहिए तो, लेकिन मैं आपको थंब रूल बता सकता हूँ कि
हाँ.
आपका जो मार्केटिंग बजट है, मार्केटिंग
हाँ.
बजट का दो पार्ट होता है, एक कस्टमर एक्विजिशन, एक कस्टमर रिटेंशन. अगर आपको एक नया कस्टमर अगर लाते हैं, मान लीजिए केटरिंग है, और अगर आप एक नया कस्टमर एक्वायर करते हैं और वो कस्टमर आपको साल में 3 बिजनेस देता है जिसका कि एक सर्टेन वैल्यू है, तो
या
आप उसका से जो एड स्पेंड होगा आपका, उसका 5 to 10% होगा. तो ये थंब रूल होता है, लेकिन वो जो एग्जैक्ट बजट होता है ना, वो वर्कआउट करने के लिए बहुत कुछ समझना पड़ता है कि क्या बिजनेस है. एक कस्टमर केटरिंग एक ही बार करता है कि महीने में 4 बार करेगा, कि और आप
we are doing catering for weddings on social and corporate groups. So how do I get on my brand name मेरे को अपने ब्रांड नेम पे लीड्स चाहिए, तो उसके लिए मुझे कौन सा मार्केटिंग कैसे करवाना चाहिए कि मुझे मेरे ही ब्रांड नेम पे मिले, ना कि मुझे किसी और प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू मेरी लीड्स मिले?
Brand name, as in you have a website?
या मेरी वेबसाइट है, मेरा सब कुछ है, मतलब ये है रीति रिवाज इस नेम, उसका
हाँ.
नाम रीति रिवाज है, वो वेबसाइट है और उसका गूगल पेज सब कुछ बना हुआ है, मैप पे है और उसके सब पेजेस भी बने हुए हैं, इंस्टा, फेसबुक, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग भी करती हूँ, बट प्रॉपर वे में मुझे लग रहा है कि वर्कआउट नहीं हो रहा है।
तो ये शायद हमें ना डिटेल में जाना पड़ेगा. तो
yeah, exactly. I think the workshop, Jyoti, the workshop that we'll conduct with Bhaskar,
Yeah.
about which the details we will provide shortly. Let's like for this kind of a very targeted question, the workshop would be the right place, right, Bhaskar?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Go through. Yeah. Okay, ma'am.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bhaskar, in the interest of time, just the last quick question that this is from Mansi.
Yeah.
Do we have online payment gateway also on Facebook or Google business page?
So currently it doesn't, we don't have that in India. It's not integrated, but there are solutions around that. The way to do it. So what happens is you will get an inquiry and then you can share your payment gateway link and accept payment. But with all the geo and everything, all these deals going on, I believe, and WhatsApp again having already launched WhatsApp Pay in Brazil and India being their biggest market, I think within the next year or so, you should definitely have payment gateway integrated on WhatsApp.
Sure. Thanks, Bhaskar. Thank you so much, Bhaskar, for patiently addressing all the questions. And I'm sure all the participants have valued from all the answers and suggestions. So now, like I know, we apologize that we are not being able to take each specific questions that are remaining in the chat box. However, we would now is the time when we want to announce that in partnership with Deyasra, CWE will be hosting a workshop with Bhaskar, and we would send you communications for the same very shortly. So Bhaskar, would you like to tell us a little about the workshop? What would be the key takeaways and why should people join it and how effective it would be for their businesses? Something that can benefit the audience and help them.
Yes. So so we learned about three things. So these are the three low-hanging fruits: Google My Business, Facebook page, and WhatsApp for Business. So this workshop.
Yes.
So what we have done is we worked with a number of small businesses and in partnership with Deyasra. And then what we did was we identified that if we can build this, the kind of pages that we had, I had shown in the during my presentation. So you will be able to create your own presence on Google My Business. You will be able to create your own Facebook page or enhance your own Facebook page, and you will be able to create your own WhatsApp for Business account. Now this will be a 3 to 4 hour workshop. So there will be certain requisites. So you will have to join in on a laptop. You will have to have your logo. So we'll share all the prerequisites with you. Because the idea is that hey, should be able to do it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
But these
thanks,
the takeaways. Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. Thanks, Bhaskar. So to all the participants, we would like to say that this workshop, we are trying to really curate it for the CWE, our entrepreneurs, all our women entrepreneurs and our network. So please we'll send you a feedback form. So please do send us your feedback in that. So and your answers, so that we can it will help both Bhaskar, us, and Deyasra to curate a very focused workshop model. So that would be that, and I'm sure all of you would be looking forward to the workshop with Bhaskar. And please, you can comment on the chat box if you would be interested for this workshop. And we will also send you the details about the workshop shortly, and look forward to having you all join us for the workshop. Bhaskar, anything from your end?
No, thank you for this opportunity to speak with your members, and it was. I liked it. Like the interactive sessions are always good. So I enjoyed it.
Exactly, yeah. And we can see that we have gotten response that they would be interested in the session. Digital marketing being one of the very main things now after COVID mainly. So we would work on curating this and getting back with, so please do register as soon as you get the communications. We would keep very close groups for the sessions, maybe 10 to 15 people, strictly so that everyone can get very key takeaways. So do register on a first come, first hand basis. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bhaskar, again. Thank you, Poonam, who has represented Deyasra today. And thank you, everyone. I would like to let you all know that the recording for the session would be available shortly on our YouTube channel. So request you to subscribe to that, and the details of which are put on the chat box. So request you to subscribe to all our social media channels and get in touch with us at membership@cwe.org.in to know about the 2 types of membership we have and become a part of our platform. So we'll be having a lot of these focused workshops in the future. One is obviously Bhaskar's. Another is a sales training workshop which would focus on lead generation, that we have it on the 6th and 7th of August. The next week also we have a very interesting webinar on innovation, innovation in your journey from the startup to the scale-up phase. So please do join us. You will receive communications on your email for all, and do follow us on social media to stay updated. And look forward for a lot of interesting sessions, and have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, Bhaskar. Thank you, Poonam, and thank you, everyone. Again.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Can I just request everyone to quickly come on video so that we can maybe quickly take a picture? Everyone has been on mute the entire time, so maybe now we all can just come on video quickly and we can take a picture. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.